guidelines. And then some people actually have to have BiPAP, which is a little more severe than CPAP. So this requires a more in-depth study and I've been amazed at the number of people that actually do well with just the mask alone. But this is a lot more, this is a Darth Vader look. I mean, this is what people fear about sleep apnea, is having to be on the mask. But the health consequences of not dealing with your obstructive sleep apnea are far worse, I believe, than wearing a mask and getting this stuff done. So if you're complaining of fatigue, if you're feeling tired, if you can't just blame it on your age. It might be related to a number of factors. Please see your physician or your healthcare provider and talk to them about an overnight pulse ox study. Know that if you do require a device, that Artur here from the Pahrump Medical Supply is local. I like to support local businesses, especially independent people. They're better able to support your needs, to get what you need in a quicker basis than someone that operates out of Las Vegas or the surrounding the areas. And I mean, you're much more responsive to the community than someone who just drives in, delivers the product, and leaves. I mean, that's...
And absolutely, Dr. Reiner. And that's one of the things that we pride in, is the fact that we are such a small community, and we are able to provide the type of service and stand behind it. We make sure that all of our customers are happy, and we welcome everybody's comments and critiques, and we try to improve on that and provide the best service that I'm sure that somebody else from out of town won't even try to provide.
Yeah, and one of the things we talked about at the break about how competitive you are, a lot of people think that, the bigger places can offer better prices, but this portable device that we talked about for someone who travels is not supported by Medicare, not supported by a lot of insurance, and so if you're on the go and have the ability to afford that, I mean, this is about, you said about 40, what is it on the internet?
Well, it varies greatly, as you know, on the internet. You'll have 100 suppliers providing 100 different prices. So we do try to stay current with current prices, and because we are aware of the choices that people have, and we try to provide the best price that we can, so people don't shop around outside of our small town here, and we keep the business here. And for anybody interested, we more than welcome for people to do their homework, do their research, look around on the internet, and come to us for the same product. And we feel confident that we can, and we do, in fact, compete with those prices greatly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, this device is like $4,100 if you had to pay for it. Well, you do have to pay for it because it is a luxury item, correct?
It is, and it is, and that's one of the things. Medicare, as we talked about, and other insurances that follow Medicare guidelines, they do cover respiratory equipment, including the concentrators that we just spoke about. But when it comes to an expensive piece of machinery, such as the portable one that we just mentioned, they do not cover the full price of this. So it is on the burden of the patient to pay for it themselves out of pocket. But we're aware that it's not a inexpensive item. So we do work with people, and we do have payment plans that we can set up for those that may need it. Yeah. So we make sure that people get the equipment that they need.
Yeah, and I think you said you were running a special on that?
We are running a special due to the event, the fact that we're presenting this to the community today. We have an offer of a $600 off from our portable concentrators, and those of you that may need it or may need it in the future, you may want to take advantage of it now.
Yeah, that's a great price. It's not easy to lay that kind of money out of there.
It is not, and we understand that. And but at the same time, like I said, the margins on this type of equipment, they are very small. They're very slim. But a lot of the equipment, we do it just as a service to the community, then for making profit. But I think that's a big part of what we do.
Right. And the other advantage is, again, I guess you're local, and that makes a huge difference when you have a supply problem. If your tubing on your mask breaks, you'll have to call one of the suppliers in Las Vegas. They may pick up their phone, they may not. Here, you're right on the corner of Calvada, and Pahrump Valley Boulevard, and your lovely wife is there most of the time to help people. So again, Pahrump, one of the things we wanted to review a little bit tonight is that obstructive sleep apnea is related to weight, is related to a lot of conditions, but weight being the most common, medications being secondary. And I encourage people to see their local provider if you are complaining of fatigue, if your BMI is around 30 or greater. It's a good idea to have an overnight pulse oximetry done. You can do that in the comfort of your own home. You might be amazed at the information that you find, and you might be amazed at how easily it is to cure that. The earlier you step on this or get on this, the quicker you will alleviate a lot of conditions or help rectify a lot of conditions that are chronic. And again, I can't emphasize the importance of preventing heart disease, preventing pulmonary hypertension, losing weight so that you don't have to wear one of these godforsaken masks, and get yourself healthy